Hi there, Wiseguy Crypto Kitsune here with another video for you, and this is one I'm really excited about. So today I'm going to show you how to take funds from your Solana wallet, swap them on Raydium, and stake them in different types of farms and pools. The only thing to do before this is to make sure that you watch my previous video on making a Solana wallet and that you've funded that wallet with a little bit of Solana because we'll need it for our transactions today. The Solana ecosystem is something I'm incredibly excited and passionate about. I think there's a huge amount of potential associated with the Solana ecosystem, and this is the first way to get into it. So first things first, we're going to want to make sure that we're on solid.io, that we've signed into our Solana wallet, and that we have our Solana in place. You can see here that I've moved in a little bit of Solana just as an example. In another tab, we're going to have Raydium.io open. Just click on Launch the app and it will take you to the landing page, which is a swap by default. The very first thing you're going to want to do on Raydium is connect your Solana wallet. Just pick which one you're using. We're using Solid in this case. And you'll be prompted in a pop-up window to confirm the transaction. Now you can see our wallet is linked and we can see that our Solana balance is reflected here on the Raydium swap tab. We can then pick what kind of token we want to swap to or from. Lots of different varieties on here. So after selecting a coin that I don't already have in my wallet that I want to swap to, we'll be prompted to create a Cope account. You'll receive another pop-up asking you to authorize the transaction in your Solana wallet, and you'll see that Cope will pop right up. You can also add these directly in Solid, or you can manually input them using a token mint address or token name. This is mostly used for small projects. You can see that each of these minting actions results in an extremely small Solana transfer. From here, we would just select the amount of Solana that we want to swap, or whatever token we want to swap to whatever token, and we would make the trade go through. As you can see here, we don't have sufficient liquidity because this is just for example purposes. And keep in mind, some tokens don't swap one-to-one. You'll have to swap them into either a native USDC or USDT to make the transfer happen. From there, we can tab over to add liquidity. Adding liquidity is essentially putting our own tokens to use for the ecosystem and the blockchain itself. So we just click over to pools or farms, and we see what kind of pairings that we want to put into. Each of these is a valid liquidity pool token pairing. So when we pick the one we want, we just go back over and select the two tokens that we would want to deposit. In this case, we'd be looking at Cope and USDC, enter our amounts, and the transaction would go through with our liquidity appearing down here at the bottom. With those liquidity tokens in place, we can click over either to farms, or in this case, a fusion farm, select the project that we're interested in, and click Stake our LP. We'll be prompted to confirm it in a pop-up on our Solid. You can see here that we can also just stake regular Raydium, and you'll notice that all of these are displaying liquidity. Something that I always like to look for is projects with a lot of liquidity behind them. It indicates investor confidence in that you won't be left holding a bag or getting rug pulled in any way. You can also see that it shows us our pending rewards and our APR. Rewards are paid out regularly, but if we ever want to stop farming, you just click where you staked LP before and it will withdraw your liquidity, kick it right back over here, and you can put the tokens right back in your wallet. Sometimes there's a temporary lockup on rewards or maybe a small transaction fee, but in general, that's about it. You can also see that every token you mint here is going to have its own token address so you can send and receive. That's about it for our quick basic overview today. There's so much more to go into on this network and so many other projects that I'm excited to show you. For now, congratulations on making the next step of your crypto journey, and I'll see you next time.